All right. Welcome back, everybody. I am Watchman Inko, and we are continuing our campaign in Distant Worlds Universe. Our 100-year war, as we are going for it. Last time, we had started our expansion. We were working on getting our economy in the positive. I did do a few things off screen. I did reduce our number of exploration ships, because I don't want too many exploration ships at this point. We know what's around us. Now we're going to start dealing with it. We wanted to increase our economy, so I did go ahead and reduce a couple of our numbers so that we could build. We are going to go ahead and unpause and let time progress forward. We are trying to get to our first 100,000 real quick so that we can get our second wonder going. I do believe our first planetary wonder was completed, and it was. It is a whopping 20,000 upkeep to keep it, which is not a bad thing, but it definitely is a pain to overcome. We do have bonus income coming, and I did figure out the resort bases. We do need a piece of tech in order to build them, so I did go ahead and after our economic boost from trade, we are going to be pushing on that so that we can get some of these resorts set up and actually have some resort income. Resort income is very beneficial. It's the high price. It's the rich that go for it. Always the rich. They always want it. Now, we did reduce our number on our ships, which is why we see more pirate activity coming in and out of the sector. That is understandable, and it is fine. We do have spaceports, and we do have a large spaceport, which I think is rather entertaining when they try to come and play with our large spaceport. We are actually going to jump into it real quick and throw on a gravity field. I'm tired of having them bounce away, so we are going to go ahead and throw on a hyper deny. It's not very big, but it works. And you know what? That is what I want. I want it to work. And it will actually start to work very quickly. As you notice, it's not a very big radius. Once we get it a little bit bigger, it will be a bigger radius. We can throw a hyper deny on a small spaceport and keep them right on top of the planet. That's fine. It will work. But like I said, they generally do lots of damage and dip out. So we need the hyper deny to be bigger. What are you researching right now? Why are you not researching what I want you to research? Oh, we already have our entertainment centers. Like I said, with our increase on research, we will be getting research things done rather quickly. We're going to go ahead and queue up every resort base we can. And I do believe they all have mining stations as well. So that will be rather interesting to watch. We do have a nice income flow right now. We are going to go ahead and buy up a couple more ships. I do not want any cruisers or troop transports or carriers. Their maintenance cost is rather high. I will give us a few extra escorts just so that we have more crafts flying around. That will no doubtedly eat our entire income cash flow, but our bonus income is still coming in, and we will start to see resort income, which is a constant flow. Alright. Alright. Here we go. We have pirates flying around. We have strike fleets flowing around, and they are out of fuel. Oh, they are out of fuel. That is funny. It's very funny. They ran out of fuel. And as soon as our bases are completed, we will start to see a bigger income. Now, we did take a nice hit by adding those ships. I am not too happy about it, but it will come back as our colonies are still developing. And we are earning several pieces of revenue through them. Now, all of this tax revenue actually goes into the state, into the private, as well as into us. We get 35% of the taxes that the private pulls. Now, with that, the private makes more money off of it because they're dealing with the local tax. Alright, alright. We see we have a lot of small frigates that are slow and medium frigates that are slow. We do want to increase our size on our high tech. That will be in construction. We are trying for hyperdrives right now. We are trying for the biggest hyperdrive we can get in the game at the moment, other than the unrefined hyperdrive theory, which is the maximum you can get through the game research. However, there is some capital ships that have the version that is just above it that we cannot get to, which is fine. I am going to go ahead and cancel the total energy in that. I am going to increase rapid assembly. I would like bigger ships so that I can get our private sector up to bigger ships as quickly as we can. I will also go ahead and back off of the hyperflow dynamics just for the moment and let that finish out. Crash research, unfortunately we do not have enough for it. That is fine. I am okay with that. Increasing our private ships is not always beneficial to us in the end. We can cripple our private sector. It does happen. So you do have to be cautious of what type of ships you are increasing and bases. For example, I didn't maximize these because their maintenance cost is rather high and they have several of them, as well as their current ships, which also are very high maintenance cost, and they have several of them that they must pay for. So I only increased one to the maximum and I left the other two to fend for themselves. I am going to turn that back to automatic so the AI can take over and update the design to the newest tech. As a matter of fact, I am going to go ahead. As you see, they already changed everything about it, and it's now they have none of the newest design. That's fine. We're going to automatically upgrade this one, however, just so that it earns all of the new tech that it's supposed to have. I do believe, yep, we've got the Equinox jump drive and all of the new tech. However, it still maintains its high fuel supply. And we are going to go ahead and save that. We are going to go ahead and go into our private bases and automatically update their design. It will reduce it. However, it will increase. It will keep all of the things we have. However, it replaces out the armor and it replaces out the things that need to be upgraded. So it definitely helps us out. I only did it to both of them. Now, as you notice, we are getting a bigger increase in supply, which is ideal. It means that our private sector is actually completing its upgrades and everything else. And as our new hyperdrives are coming out, we will be seeing our private ships getting rather quicker. I would also like to go ahead and come into our state ship and check out our exploration ship. and see if we can't increase it, because it's already using the warp bubble drive, and that is a no-no. Let's go ahead and give him an actual jump drive so he can get around and do things. Now they will literally be able to scan everything. So we're going to go ahead and reduce the number of fuel cells he has, because he doesn't need to cover all 4 squares by himself at once. I mean, it'd help. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against it. I just don't think he needs to. However, he can always be faster. We can always make him faster. Being faster is perfect. And it is still under the 400 design. That is actually quite perfect. We're going to go ahead and go into our exploration ships. Why do I have so many? I do not need so many. We're going to go ahead and remove several of these exploration ships, as they will be increased in their overall ability. There's no need to have that many of them specifically, because as we will see, they will end up being able to zip everywhere without hesitation. 6 new construction ships. Let us see. Did the construction ship get updated? It did get updated. However, I feel it is too slow. I feel it needs to be bigger. However, I'm not going to get to mess with that, because it is oversized and I'm not able to add or subtract anything without messing it up entirely. So we are actually going to go ahead and just leave them to their own devices. They are all set to automatic, and they automatically refuel and do pick up new mining or build operations even if I do not queue them directly. However, let us go in and see if we can, in fact, and we have no resources left in our empire that we can actually acquire. We have them all. Everything in our empire is actually coming to us. And that is fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. However, we want more resources. We would like more and more and more. Mostly because we will be able to see everything. I am going to go ahead and hit all these gas giants, just because more gas stations mean that our ships can jump in and refuel in these points. And the gold will help with development on our colonies, so I am going to go ahead and select a few of the golds. Other than that, I am going to nitpick for a few resources. I will take that. Oh, we have more necrostone. We will take that. I do believe that was our station. I do believe it had got attacked by pirates. So we will need to increase our strength to resist the pirates. Because as I said, I did reduce our military strength, which did drop us down a significant amount comparatively to the other great nations. However, the underdog can win. The underdog can win. Alright, his espionage is getting better. Let's see if we can find more people and train his skill up well. Because I do believe he found somebody new. No, he did not. He failed in his mission. Either that or we'd already found them at one point. Regardless, as you see, our science ships are actually going very far. And he is on his way back. Like I said, it is a very slow process for them to go exploring, even with the warp bubble drive. So as soon as he actually finishes his retrofit, we will get to see him actually, his line just disappear. We will actually not be able to see it. Even if we zoomed all the way over as far as possible, we would not be able to see it. Because like I said, they can go 35 sectors. 35 sectors. And we found him. We have found somebody. Or they gave us their map. Nope, I do believe that is the empire we had him sent to in the beginning. Which is fine and ideal. We are going to let time pass just a little bit longer. We are increasing our research as we see our energy and construction. We are now on our large scale construction. It will take a good bit to accelerate the drive, so I'm going to let it go on its own. Alright. And here we go. As you can see, we no longer see his bubble anywhere, not even at the top farthest spot we can go. He will personally discover the galaxy for us with our 4 ships, just discovering the galaxy. Because as we see, the radius bubble right here around the edge is how far his hyperdrive fuel will last him. And then he will be dramatically slowed, like this young man. As he gets to the border, he will be reduced dramatically, and it'll take a very long time. So we're actually going to go ahead and scrap him. Personally, he was a great ship. He was just unsuccessful. We are going to go ahead and go into the build menu. The advisors are wanting 6 new exploration ships. I can understand their desire for 6. We do not personally want that many, however. We will settle for that. And as a matter of fact, we will actually go ahead and settle for 8 cruisers, 9 cruisers. Yes, we will go ahead and get 8 total more cruisers just to have them floating around our space. It will increase our military strength dramatically with those 8 more cruisers. Now we are trying to keep our income flowing up. I am letting it flow a little bit higher as best we can. We have found a new enemy, and our spy is returned, and he is now better. That is ideal. Very ideal. Alright, let's find the Boscard Hive. I feel like they might be easy. I feel this one will get him over his next level in espionage, and we may be able to find the ancients and their area. If we can find the ancients and their area, that will be much more beneficial to us, as we will be able to send our ambassador over to increase the likelihood that they enjoy our company, and then we can use them to further advance our science and research by simply stealing it from the best, rather than trying to develop it and steal it from the lower communities that we have around us. Alright. And as we see, we now have all 4 of our ships being retrofitted. Our last one is on its way into the station right now as he approaches. There he is. He is going to upgrade. He is going in for his upgrade. And the large spaceport does have several docks. However, its main fleet is all fighter craft, and they are floating around, just making sure that nobody messes with the area. Oh, they're telling me to remove my military. I have no idea what he is talking about. Oh, I probably have a couple military ships coming in for refueling or for escort jobs. The escorts do end up coming out just to escort vessels around our map like they're supposed to. I'm not worried about it. He's already mad at us, and we are in fact actually trying to compete with him in the beginning. They are very strong in their military, and that will be for the next episode. I do believe we are going to develop our strike force up right quick on the next episode with our newfound income, and we're going to wipe them out and see if we can build up our strength to number 1. If we go ahead and check the empire status, victory conditions do not actually start until 2199, and the game is ended regardless of the strategic value. However, the greatest strategic value at that time will be the winner. If we are still alive, we will consider ourselves the winner because that will be endgame. Now, as we notice, the Terek are currently close to their threshold victory. That is fine. As time progresses, they will slowly equal out with the others, and it will generally be very close race near the end. Because each one has different victory conditions for their race, as ours are continental planets and tourist income. We are trying to earn more tourist income. And if we do go back and check, we are actually earning some resort income from the resorts that we have already stationed out and about. And they do get attacked, so repairing them and redoing them is generally going to happen. But as it is time for the episode to come to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed our conquest. We did get a lot done. We found lots more enemies, and we are ready to start on the offensive. We are at the positive cash flow, so we are going to instantly start up our next wonder and see if we can't get it started to advance our weapons research and get stronger fighters and stronger craft. Like I said, we are going straight for the advanced fighters, high-tech fighters. That way, once we have them, everything else will be playing catch-up to our fighters. On that note, it was fun, and I hope to see you all at the next episode. Later.